How's everyone doing out there? The Go Geeky YouTube channel is live right now. Thought we were going to have a DoorDash challenge this morning for a little while, but my buddies, they haven't come online, so I'm just going to go ahead and do a little bit of talking, make some deliveries, and then spend some time with my family and rock and roll. But how y'all doing out there? Whether you're doing DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, whether you're a ride share worker, whether you are a W-2 worker, whatever you are doing, however you found this ride share channel, this Go Geeky YouTube channel, this spiritual channel, whatever, this news channel, however you came to find the Go Geeky YouTube channel, that you're having a marvelous day. Pray that God will bless you and that He will speak to you and reveal Himself to you and keep you safe, you and your family, and that you will be able to return home just like you left, even in better shape than when you left, and that God will protect your house, protect your friends and loved ones and family members as you depart from them and as you're out and about. So much is going on in the world. You know, in Texas, one of the rideshare drivers came up missing. I believe he was in San Antonio or Austin, Texas. I believe he came up missing. I don't think they have found him yet. Maybe I'm behind on my news. So pray for him. A Chicago driver, he also came up missing. They found people trying to, or someone was using his uh, credit cards and different things. So a lot of foul play going on in the rideshare community. It has been going on for years and years and years, and yet these apps seem like they're not really doing anything seriously to take care of the people that are using their apps. I mean, even me, when I pick up a Uber, a Lyft passenger, if someone orders a Uber or Lyft for Sheila, they expect Alan to get in the vehicle with me. I'm like, hey, where is Sheila? Oh, she ordered it for me. My name is Alan, or whatever name the guy uses. But anyway, protect yourself. If you are a gig worker, if you are a ride share driver, whether you're doing food deliveries, walking back and forth from your vehicle, carrying products to people's houses, make sure you don't slip and fall. I pray that God will bless you, keep you safe as you go about your way and about your day. So I was going to do the Jazz Challenge, join in with the Dashing Investor. It's one of my favorite channels to hang out and watch. He has some great information for those of you that like DoorDash, doing DoorDash, or interested in becoming a DoorDasher. He has some great information on his channel called the Dashing Investor. Also, he and Dashing with John, they have a challenge or competition that they do every day just to kind of keep each other encouraged, and they go through StreamYard. So if you're on the DoorDash platform as a delivery driver, join those two guys as they go about their day. I don't know what happened today. Maybe they're going to start a little bit later. Sometime they start around 7:30 or 8:30. So I got an 8 a.m. or I think 8 a.m. notification that they were going to start, but haven't seen them yet. So hopefully all is well with you two, Dashing with John and the Dashing Investor. I hope everything's good with you all. I know yesterday the Dashing Investor had an appointment. I don't know what it was about, what it was for, but he had an appointment he had to go to. So I pray that his health is well. For whatever reason he had made an appointment for whatever situation that he's dealing with, I hope everything went well for you, the Dashing Investor. Also, another channel that I like is the Mic Drop Barbecue with Jeff Watts, formerly known as Uber Jeep AZ. Has some great content on there. He doesn't have a flavor for everyone. Everyone does not like his channel because he is blunt, straightforward, to the point, but he has a great channel, great information if you're interested. He focuses mainly on Uber and Lyft and ride sharing. He doesn't do too much of the food delivery, but he has great information, great content. He goes live a lot. He'll be on there for maybe an hour, 2, 3 hours, sometime even longer. I think the longest one he had was right at about 7 hours. So great content. So he drops gems, different things to show you how to be a better, more profitable driver if you're into driving with Uber and Lyft, even other apps that are up and coming like HUM. They're in Arizona, but they get enough people, they are willing to come to your area, your market. Where they pay, the drivers can do cash rides, and they're covered under insurance just going through the Hum app, or you can schedule a person to go through the Hum app themselves. So all they have is a QR code. A passenger can download the app, and then they can get rolling to where they want to go. A lot of times they pay less for those Hum rides than you would be charged for Uber or Lyft, plus the driver makes more money. Another channel I like is the Ride Share Guy with Sergio and Chris. Show Me the Money Club. I like to watch them. They have great advice that they give to the drivers in that community. There are many things to the Ride Share Guy channel that I like about it. So that's one of the channels that I love to interact with. My wife and I love to listen into them, get different points of view, different things we can do to increase our profits despite some of the crazy things that are going on with these apps like Uber and Lyft. Another channel that I like to listen to is, excuse me, soothing music. I believe it's called soothing saxophone music. A channel that I like to listen to when I'm with my Uber passengers or Lyft passengers. I listen to, I believe it's soothing sax music. He plays saxophone, but it's just instrumental hymns. That's the music that I use in my vehicle because you never know what the mindset of the person getting in your vehicle is. You never know what they just did, if they committed a crime, they're planning to commit a crime to you, or they're going to commit a crime. We never know what these Uber passengers are doing. Some of them like to talk, some of them don't. Some of them like to listen to their music through their headphones or whatever. So I just play soothing saxophone music. And some people don't even know what it is because it doesn't have words. So some people think it's just Zen music or something like that. But I pray that you will be able to find your niche in this ride sharing community and that God will keep you safe as you go and gig it, all the things that you want to do. Ride share community, that you will show profits and not losses at the end of each shift, and that you'll get the money while you can because many people are losing their jobs. Some people do ride sharing full time, some people do it part time. I don't know why you come to these apps. Even during the summertime, more people that are off work, they go and do these kind of apps, so make extra money. I have my Spark app is connected to a bank account. They give you a Spark credit card or debit card that you can sign up with. And after every Spark delivery, you get a payment sent to that card. DoorDash is the same way. After each dash, it goes to a debit card, and hey, the money's there. Whereas Uber or Lyft, if I want to get the money, I don't have their cards. I just hit cash out or pay me now. They charge a service fee, whereas the one card through Spark with Walmart, you can actually, through the Walmart Spark, you can download the app and you can buy your groceries through the scanner and go to the register, scan the code, I believe, and you don't have to have cash. Everything's digital. So even when the shopping pays, I've seen how they do on Spark. You just go to Walmart, scan the items that the customer wanted, you scan them, you go to the self-check register, you scan the QR code on there and it says, okay, you're good to go. You just bag the items up. You don't need a credit card. You just bag them up and exit the store. Or sometimes they may do a card check and say, hey, someone is on the way to check your card. So they don't do it all the time, but that's what they do. And also while I'm there, hey, there may be some things in that aisle that I need for my personal use as well, or for my family. So hey, I shop for the customer and keep my order separate from theirs. So when I'm at the register, hey, I might as well just purchase my items while I'm there too and take them home and kill two birds with one stone. Even with DoorDash, when you're DoorDashing, they have what they call shop and pays. So you might go somewhere, you might be in need of something for your household, some household goods or groceries or something. So while you're there shopping for the items with DoorDash, maybe that same aisle, they have items that, oh yeah, I forgot I needed this for the house. So you just grab your items, keep them separate. You pay for DoorDash's customers' items separate, and then you pay for your own. Take them home and you kill two birds with one stone. Now, I'm praying that you will have a great day. Whatever reason you come to these apps, I hope that you will always take God with you. What I like to do in my household, we like to pray for God's safety each and every day as we go and gig it, because I have several things that I do. I do Uber, I do Lyft, I do Uber Eats, I do DoorDash, I do Spark, a company called Roadie, a company called Tonquin, and I signed up for an app called Curry. That's last mile delivery. I'm still on the waiting list with them, but I finally got in with Spark with Walmart. So I hope all things go well with you all this day, and that as you go and gig it, that God will bless you in a mighty way. Educational things coming through the channel. Going to try to improve the way the channel looks, some of the headers, some of the may even go digital on some of the things, so you can get screenshots, put things on the screen. But the channel's going to grow. It's going to go a different direction, a new look that we have. Maybe I'll have a green screen in the background. Just gonna try to change it up here. So just kind of thinking, praying, what's the best way to make this channel more effective. And for those of you that are the subscribers, almost 200 subscribers, I want to say thank you all for subscribing to the channel. Pray that you will have encouragement as you go through the things, whether you come for the spiritual aspect, the daily scripture readings that I try to read, the daily scripture posts that I try to make, or just other things in general about life, the news, even things about warning notices, jobs that are going to be laying off, or companies that are going to be closing. I'll be getting more into that as well, because here in the United States, we have so many laws that are created to protect the workers, the citizens here, and there's no need for us to be surprised about anything here in the United States. We have so many laws, the information's readily available. We have the internet, thank God for that. I'm not an attorney. I'm not an economist. I don't have those kind of degrees. So just do your own research is what I say, because I'm learning a lot of things about the United States and legal and many things that happen. And sometimes we wonder, why is this company getting away with this crime? Why is this company doing this? Why are they doing that? And you just never know. There are so many things. Even if you understand how high profile lawsuits go, murder trials or crime trials, you got to be able to prove certain criteria. The attorneys, they agree on a list of things that you've got to be able to prove. And if you can't prove everything on that list, then the case gets thrown out, because you didn't have enough information to be able to prove every point on there. Maybe you have three things that you need to prove. The other party is guilty, but you have two. Maybe you have two and a half. You don't have that third thing. Case is dismissed. I'm just telling you from experience, from what I have seen in the legal world. So I pray that you will have a great day. Pray that you will be able to develop your own niche, your own business, and be able to be successful, so you don't have to depend on app-based companies, technology-based companies. You don't have to depend on a W-2 job. You don't have to depend on all those things. I hope and pray that whatever you're doing, that God will bless you to be successful. It says, whatever your hand finds to do it with all thy might. Do it as unto the Lord. So be strong this day, you all. Be blessed. I'm now doing a Spark delivery right now. I'll be doing some DoorDash. At some point, I'll get some Uber and Lyft passengers probably. And that's the way I will roll this day. I don't know if I'll turn on the Roadie app. Sometimes they have some good orders, sometimes they don't, delivering flowers and delivering prescriptions to people. Sometimes the longer trips are not worth my time and effort. The no-tip offers are not worth it, because I don't like to drive for less than, really, $2 a mile. Sometimes I'm blessed to drive, get some really, really, really good fares on Uber. So Lyft, sometimes you get some good ones. DoorDash, sometimes you get some really great offers. So just test your market for those of you that are doing these rideshare apps, because you will hear many things on the internet. There are so many rideshare channels out there. There are some that are positive. There are some that are negative. There are some that really educate you, and they are blunt and to the point, that will educate you. Hey, don't do it like this. This is the best way. But still, you need to learn your market. How does your market operate? Just like me, If I wake up in the middle of the night to get a drink of water, use the bathroom, or pray, or whatever thing I'm doing in the middle of the night, sometimes I like to just turn on the app. Not even turn it on, but open it up just to see what it looks like, because that can determine sometimes, oh, it may be 4 a.m. Oh, this area is lit up. Maybe I need to be there at 4 a.m. to make more money, to capitalize. Just like the Dash app. Sometimes, if you are not a top dasher and you don't have the Dash now, get Top Dasher, please. I'm begging you. Make sure you make Top Dasher every month. It's only in my area in Massachusetts. I only have to do 100 deliveries, complete 100 deliveries within the month, by the end of the month. But I encourage you, don't stop at 100. Do probably a 110, because the algorithm depends on which it's a rolling 100. So do at least probably 110, 120 if you can. Make sure all your numbers are up. Like me, 70% acceptance rating, I think 95% completion rating, and 100 deliveries per month for DoorDash to make Top Dasher. Do it. I like to dash in multiple states across the country, because my family's not only here in Massachusetts, they're spread different parts of the United States. So I like to go there and test out the markets that give the best resources for you to be valuable and productive and win. We will drive 400 miles in one day, 12 hours to make $300-400 in a day. And now we cut our driving way down, because we multi-app. We look at to see, okay, what is the best time for us to drive so we can have high profit driving instead of low profit driving. Yes, I can drive 400 miles in a day. Yes, and I can get $1 per mile. Yes, 12 hours. Yes, sometimes it might even be 16 hours in a day. You just never know, because the algorithm is based sometimes on how many active hours you're actually driving. But I encourage you, stick with it. Come up with a plan, pray, and God can bless you to have the right schedule for you and yours. I'm here to deliver this order, so I hope you will have a great day. Find the best resources for you as you work in the transportation gig economy, and I hope all is well and God will bless you and lead you and guide you in all truth and righteousness, because the Go Giga YouTube channel is biblically based. I use the Bible to help me determine what I should do in the various situations. They didn't have Uber, Lyft, or DoorDash back then. There are stories where, yes, people traveled, they took this, that, or the other. They had to travel to different countries, they traveled in groups, they had to do. So there are a lot of similarities of the times that we're in now back in biblical times as well. Commerce has always, somebody's always been taking some product somewhere. Some person's always been going somewhere on camels or horseback or chariots or whatever. They've been taking people places. So this is nothing new. 2024, the things that are going on now, nothing new. Only technology has changed. We're app based, but whereas them, they had word of mouth, they had runners that would run before and give messages. So I pray that you will be able to do the same. Like I say, it's biblical based, this channel, and the things in the Bible are relational to me today. I use them when I'm in situations. Okay, God, show me. How did this person do it back then? Reveal the story, bring a scripture to my mind, so when I'm in this situation, or if I face this situation in the future, I know how to deal with it. You all be blessed today. Let me drop off this order, and I will be right back. Oh, Spark's running a promotion today. Anyway, how you doing out there? Open up this chat if the chat's available. All right, how you doing out there? Just type in a message. Doing all right. Hope you are. Hope everything's going well. And you all be blessed. I'll be doing some ride challenges, like I say, with the brothers. Let me see what it says here. 417, I have earnings opportunities. Let me see. Incentive program for today is, if I do 3 trips, I get an extra $10. If I complete 5 trips, it will go up to 20. So I'll try to do the 5 trips today, get that $20, and I will be good to go. That's all it says. So 1 trip is down, and okay, guys. Got a bad signal here in this area, so let's see what's going to happen. All right, now they got me. So 1 trip down. Let's see if we can get a couple more under my belt before I 3 trips for 10 or 5 for 20. So I'll go for the 5. Got to 9:30 tonight to do those. So that'll be cool. We'll rock and roll. But anyway, what are y'all out doing today? You doing DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, a 9 to 5 job, so to speak? What do y'all have going on out there? Ooh-wee. I guess I will take that one. It's going there. Oh yeah, I'll take that one. All right, we will take that one. It's a nice piece of money. So that'll put trip number 2, 9 miles for $12.58. Let me start this trip with Spark. So I hope maybe that's something for you to consider, doing these apps like Uber, Lyft, DoorDash. Maybe it's something for you to consider. So maybe, you just never know. You might be in need of some extra money. You just never know. Like I say, you can get money instantly. So those of you that are maybe unemployed, or your company is going to lay off really soon, maybe these type apps are for you. Maybe this is what you should consider, because there's a lot of freedom. Plus, as long as you keep the app updated, as long as you keep your background clean, they run like a yearly background check. Uber, Lyft, DoorDash. I don't know about Spark. I guess they do it too. They do. Here in Massachusetts, we get 2 background checks. We get a state, and then we get a federal. So, well, I'm glad they do it, because I've never had a problem with any of the jobs that I've done. I used to be in the security industry as well, so I've never had an issue ever with my background check. The only thing I had problems with, because the bridges on my fingers were worn, so I used to have problems with getting fingerprinted. So I used to have to get fingerprinted multiple times, but maybe they've grown back since then, because the work at the industries I used to work in, construction industry. Now I used to work in the massage therapy industry too. I just went to school for that. So times those industries where you have hands on, they wear the bridges on your fingers. So it's difficult for them to take your fingerprints. But usually when I was doing security, they'd have to do my fingerprints multiple times. So, and it was kind of a headache, kind of a pain, but hey, it is what it is. I think even when I got into massage therapy, when I went to take my state test and passed, they had to do the fingerprinting on me multiple times for that one as well, I do believe. But I'm hoping you're having a great day out there. I'm hoping you're blessed. I'm just doing some Walmart Spark right now. I'll turn on DoorDash, probably get my family. We'll all be rolling out together. It's a beautiful day here in Massachusetts. So we're going to take advantage of this good weather. It's 55 degrees at the moment. It was really sunny, and now I see these planes going through and spreading something up in the air. So I hope, as these clouds progress, that my family and I can get out and enjoy the day. I hope you and your family can get out and enjoy the day as well. So, and I pray that God will bring a scripture. If you are a scripture reading, Bible believing person, that He will bring a scripture to your mind, even if you want, that He will talk to your mind and bring you peace and prosperity and health and safety, because the Spirit of God will go throughout all the world. He will talk to everyone. He's going to give everyone an opportunity and a chance to know Him. So I pray that when that voice comes to you, that impression comes to you from the Spirit of God, that you'll say yes to the answer that He has to call. Because many people, they testify that God is real. You cannot deny that He is not real. You might not trust Him. You might be angry at Him because He didn't answer your prayer the way and how and when you want it. But if you give Him time, if you're patient with God, just like you're patient with your loved ones, you want something from them, you're patient. Many times we have patience. It's just a test of patience, a test of faith to see if we're going to get this thing from our loved one, just like God. He says, Jesus says, if a man asks for a piece of bread, would his father, if a son asks for a piece of bread, would his father give him a snake or a stone? No. He will give him the thing that he needs. That's what God wants to do. I mean, if your child is hungry, sometime you got to cook some food. You might not have instant food available, but you might have some snacks that they can get until the real food is ready. Like my wife, she loves to cook. She cooks from scratch. She does such a wonderful and excellent job. I'm a blessed man. I can cook myself. So there are days when I surprise her and I cook. So, and she loves the food that I cook. We use a lot of fresh vegetables like garlic, fresh onion, fresh asparagus. We live the vegetarian lifestyle. Although we're living the vegetarian lifestyle, we're not losing weight. We're gaining muscle, looking good. So hey, that's the way we chose to live, because there are many rumors and there are many facts about the things that they're doing to our food that are chemically engineered, genetically modified. So you want to make sure you get off of that stuff. All these color this, color that. Just so many people are telling the truth. Even companies like Uber and Lyft that I drive for, the World Economic Forum, I look at some of their stuff because Uber is one of the partners with them. So I can go on and say, oh, Uber's doing this now. But they told us years ago, weeks, months, years ago, that they were going to do this thing. And the World Economic Forum, they're on board with it too. So the information is available out there if people will just do their research, do their resources. Just like when they go to court, some people self-represent themselves. And I'm not a legal lawyer, I'm not an attorney, this isn't a legal advice, but some people have defeated the system by representing themselves just based on other cases. I mean, they learn the law, they read, say, okay, I can self-represent myself. I'll present this, in this case, that case, this is what happened, so I'm in a similar case, so we'll do this. Oh, okay. So nothing surprises me, really. I mean, it does surprise me. It takes me off guard, so like an overwhelming surprise sometimes, the things that these rideshare apps do. But it should not be, because they're telling you, hey, we are going this direction. We have other people that we are partnered with. Their companies are going this direction. So if you ever look at the World Economic Forum, you can Google them. It gives the list of 100 partners, maybe I believe there's even more than 100 partners that are part of the World Economic Forum. So when you see things in the news, local news, national news, and you see this company's doing that, oh yeah, they told you years ago that Uber was going to be the first technology company or app-based company for ride sharing. They're going to try to go all electric. So they're telling you they have other companies they're partnered with that are going to, I'm sure, help them do that. So we must be wise every situation that we're in, every situation we're facing, because a lot of times other people have gone through that situation, or they produce things that tell you what they're going to do, these companies, just like layoffs. For those of you that aren't familiar, I encourage you to look at the Warren Act in your state. I'm in Massachusetts. I can Google Warren Act, Massachusetts, and it tells me all the companies that are going to be laying off 50 plus people, or how many people they're going to be laying off. If it's a company of like 50 to 100 employees or more, they have to give notice as to when they're going to do a layoff, when the company's closing. They must give a 60-day notice. So Google that, Warren Act in whatever state you live in. Like I could know Warren Act, Texas, Warren Act, Arizona, whatever state you're in, Google it. Pops up the page. You can go through the government website. You can go through other websites, and they post information of the companies that are going to be laying off. So you don't need to be surprised. Tesla, unfortunately, when I Googled Tesla in Nevada, laying off like 15,000 people with Tesla. I Googled it, mentioned the Nevada plant, but when I Googled it, I didn't see anything that said they gave a warning notice. So maybe there's some loophole that Elon Musk has gone through that'll keep him from being penalized, because if these companies don't give a notice to their employees, or if they give, you don't have to give the notice to the employees, rather, you have to give the notice to the government to let them know. Because the Warren Act, I believe it was 1982 or 1985, it wasn't acted to be fair to workers. I came across this from a YouTuber called Your BFF. She's like an economist. She does news, journals, and different things. Show you how to find out different information. So about credit cards, different scams, different knowledge, bits and pieces. She does a great job. One of the channels that I like to look at, Your BFF. She's a lady, looks like she's from Asian descent, but she does a great job, has great resources on her channel. I pray that you'll be able to find a lot of good channels. Another channel that I like to look at is the Rideshare Professor. He has some great information there on his channel as well. Then there's a channel called Hot Facts with Robert Reese. I like to look at his channel. He has some great information. He's a rideshare driver, but he also does news topics as well. So he brings guests on. It gets heated exchanges between those people because, sometimes people like to point the finger, or they might want to clip a video that you made and they spread disinformation, or they'd say, you said this when you really didn't. So sometimes he has some really hot and heated debates. People that come on his channel that have clipped his videos and said, oh yeah, this guy, Hot Facts or Robert Reese said this or that. So just want to protect yourself. Yes, the videos are out there. You can clip many people saying many things, and there are people that actually tell you what is going to happen. Just like if you're into Bill Gates and his vaccinations and the things that they talk about him and the things he's talking about. There are video clips with him, TED Talks, and many things on his take on vaccinations. And there's just so much information available out there in the world that we don't need to be ignorant. We don't need to just worry about what people are saying, what they're doing, when we just have the research right there. The information's right there. It's etched in stone. Maybe some of the stuff can be scrubbed off of YouTube. I've had YouTube tell me that, hey, one of the videos that you clipped, that person has changed the settings to where the video cannot be clipped. So they removed my video off of YouTube because that one video that was able to be remixed or clipped is no longer available because that person or user or the channel changed their settings. So now they have to remove every video from there that was able to be remixed or clipped. Now they have to be removed. So they took my video. I don't even remember which one it is. Another one I posted about, it was clipped. It was talking about living a natural lifestyle, and they sent me a flag about that one, saying that it was spreading misinformation. Like, okay, it's a video, somebody clipped it, said it, I could clip it or remix it or whatever, I could play it, and hey, for whatever reason. But anyway, I hope you're having a great day out there. I'm trying to do the best that I can because I'm going and gigging it, make some money. For those of you that believe in Christmas, holidays, birthdays, and all these things, summer break, vacationing. Yeah, these rideshare apps are great for getting that extra money in. Especially for those of you that, like my wife and I, when we moved to Massachusetts from Texas, it surprised us how many people that we interact with, passengers say, hey, I've never left the state of Massachusetts. Like, wow. There are people, I tell them, they have never even left. I'm in the United States. They have never even left the United States to visit other countries. Like, hey, really, you don't. I mean, maybe you have some restriction that keeps you in the United States, but you can at least go see your country, America, the beautiful. It's a great phrase because the diverse surroundings, the sceneries, the topography of the United States is quite interesting. From the East Coast to the West Coast, it's quite interesting. And I hope and pray that you'll be able to get there, be able to travel, and enjoy life a little bit. Get out, smell the flowers, smell the roses. I'm in a parking spot here, checking in at Walmart for this second order. So here we are. So I'm hoping and praying that you'll have a great day. You'll be able to get out and experience. Because that's one thing I like about being an Uber driver, Lyft driver, doing these gig apps at the moment, that you can see areas in your town or surrounding areas that you didn't know even existed. Like some of my family members, where I might live in towns for a long time. Like I lived in Dallas, and when I was doing Uber and Lyft there, it was amazing that there are many places that I didn't know even existed or were there. So just something cool. The main thing is you just want to know where the safest areas to drive are, safest times. You want to protect yourself at all times. So I encourage you, if you do this kind of work, take some kind of self-defense classes or just to protect yourself, because you never know what you're going to encounter. You never know what's on the mind of that passenger. Get you a dash cam. Have a dash cam in this vehicle. So just make sure you turn on your location devices so people know where you are at all times. You can do it through the Uber app, or Lyft app, maybe even DoorDash, but turn on your location sharing so your friends and loved ones, your spouse, your family members, they know where you're at all times. So you don't come up missing and they're wondering, where's the vehicle? They're trying to track your vehicle. They see your credit card or debit cards being used in a different state than where you actually live. Or people are ordering many things. So I'm just hoping and praying that you will take the necessary precautions to keep yourself safe. And these orders are coming out, but I don't think mine is here. Mine's not here right now. And for those of you that are renting Teslas through Uber and Hertz, through that, I got a crazy little email here from Uber. Maybe I can pull this up. I posted it on my link, a short about it, because my wife and I back in 2022, we rented a couple Teslas because we want to get the Tesla experience, see what it's like to drive a Tesla, ride sharing, and just life in general. But for our lifestyle, Tesla is not the vehicle for us at the moment. Because of the charging at home, yeah, it's cool. You can charge your vehicle at home. You can get a few miles just off a basic 110 or 120 volt. You can charge it, get 3 miles per hour, something like that. Charge. So we did that. We used the Tesla superchargers, but for the payments we were paying to to Hertz through this Uber rental program, $2,000 a month, $2,500 a month. By the time you do the rental and all the charging, if you go to a supercharger, it's not for us. So what's up, High Facts with Robert Reese? But anyway, Uber and Hertz. Hey, that's for me right there. I got the code 2222. Yeah, that's my driver code. Just here picking up something, Walmart Spark. But anyway, Uber, they send me this message saying that now, if you rent a Hertz Tesla, I have 2222. 2222. Yeah, 2222. Give me one moment. I'm finishing up this video. The Hertz Tesla rental, if you do 30 trips in a week, you can only drive what? I think it's 1,200 miles. And if you do 50 trips, it's like 2,000 miles in a week. And if you do 100 trips, it's like 4,000 in a week. So they're limited the miles that you can drive these Teslas. I know my wife and I, we drove those Teslas a lot. The 3 months I had mine, I probably put on 20, 30,000 miles in 3 months. I used to drive like 70,000 miles in 1 year. And now I don't drive that much anymore. I'm saving my vehicle. I'm not going to let these companies use and abuse my vehicle. But anyway, I made a short about it so you can check it out on the channel. Let me do one thing. I'm here at Walmart Spark, so Get one thing. Let me see if I can pull this up really quick and show you all. And let me jump and get my order delivered. Picked up, rather. It's right here. It says here. Give me one thing here. Come on, guys. All right. If you drive 30 trips, you do not exceed 1,200 miles. If you drive 50 trips in the Hertz Tesla rental through Uber, you do not exceed 2,000 miles. 100 trips, you do not exceed 4,000 miles. I used to do 100 plus trips a week when I drove and just took every offer, driving 200 to 400 miles a day, me and my wife. But we don't do that anymore. We limit our miles now to about 200 or less, so we can still make the same amount of money every week. But anyway, there you go. Hertz now has a rental, a mileage limiter. So let me jump out and get this order and we'll be good to go. All right. Sorry about that. That's all good. Right here too? Nope. Stick it on here. I don't think they have eggs in this order. Yeah, there's some eggs right there, so we're good. Thank you for putting the label on those eggs, man, because I know that some people haven't been putting them on that fragile label. So that's
That's the pickers that
all the pickers do that. Yeah, I appreciate it. Sometimes I look and say there's eggs on there, but they don't have
there are
the
some
fragile.
pickers that don't do it right, and then there's a lot of pickers that do it right.
Okay, well, thanks a million,
It's
man.
just a matter of hit or miss, unfortunately.
Okay, well, I
I keep
might.
saying something, but you know.
Yeah. All right, well, I might see you later. Keep it rolling. All right, there. Yeah. Sometimes when you do these Walmart sparks, I was telling the guy that they don't put sometimes the fragile label. You got to check your order because sometimes they don't put that fragile label on the eggs, especially. You don't want to deliver eggs that are broken. Maybe the store picker, maybe they broke them. You don't know if you don't open it up and check it. But when I see on the list of items I'm picking up, I like to make sure I specifically protect the eggs. I'm not a big fan of eating eggs myself anymore. We eat eggs every now and then, not every day like we used to, or we don't use them. We're more vegetarian these days. So, like I say, we do. Ooh, the phone is getting too. Let me turn this AC on. This window is. Ooh. All right, turn this AC on. Keep the phone cool. But anyway, that's what we do. So. Vegetarian lifestyle for my wife and I. But anyway, $325 a week, you can rent a Tesla. And if you do it over 7 weeks, they'll drop the price down. Let me see what this thing is. If you rent it for 7 weeks, I believe they drop it down to like 200 and let me see, where's this price? Okay, if you rent a Tesla at $325 for 7 consecutive weeks. What is that? Let me take this out real quick. I'm gonna have to quickest that math right there, but 325 times 7. So, wow. 7 weeks of a Tesla rental will cost you $2,275. So they want you to give them a minimum of $2,275 renting the Tesla before they will reward you to lower the price to $280 per week. Wow. Uber and Hertz. Plus that charging, whoa. That was so expensive. My wife and I, there were some times when I rented the Tesla, driving 400 miles in a day, going home, round trip, I would spend almost like $60, $50, $60 a day in Tesla charging because I would fill it up completely because I wasn't picking and choosing. Most of the jobs where I would go, I would just go many different places, and now I throttle it. I pick and choose where I cherry pick what's the best place for me because I'm not trying to kill my financial health. I'm not trying to spend over $1,000. Like the first month, I rented the Tesla from Hertz. I spent over $1,000 in charging. That was I got the vehicle, I believe, in July of 2022. But they don't educate you on how to use those vehicles. They just say, okay, just punch this button. I mean, they give you a little education, but they say, just punch the button and boom. You can navigate to the closest charger. So that's what I was doing. I was charging 100%. instead of 80%, instead of just getting the minimal charge to get me on to the next place, because I didn't want to get out in a place where I had to charge. Like, there's been a couple times when I've had the passengers with me on long trips where, like, I picked up at the Boston Logan Airport in a Tesla. And I was taking a lady to New Hampshire. I think it was over 100-mile trip one way to a hotel because she came for the summer to work there. I believe it was the Omni Hotel in New Hampshire. Beautiful place. I got to hang out there. But once I got there, on the way we had to stop and charge. So we charged fully. When we got there, I didn't have enough charge to get me back to a Tesla supercharger. But thank God I had the little 110 outlet I could plug in. So I had to just hang out to get enough miles to get me to the Tesla supercharger. I think the Tesla charger, because we were out in the mountains. So the Tesla charger, the nearest one was like 50 something miles away from where I was. So you don't want to be in that situation again. So I limit, even with the hybrid vehicle we have and the gas vehicles that we have, limit my driving. I'm not trying to drive all these miles like I used to. If I do that when I can multi-app now, and I can make the same amount of money. So my base, excuse me, it's springtime here in Massachusetts, and wow, it's dust in the air, people doing their yard work. Now, I limit my driving, so yes, I get some offers that I used to take that I no longer take anymore because the miles are not worth it. The miles to money are not worth it for me. Maybe you would take that trip, 65 miles for $49 for a little over an hour's worth of work. You can take it, but not me, because I know I'm going to have to drive the 65 miles. That's what I look at on these trips, okay? Excuse me. All the dust in the air. Some people expect you to drive from where you're currently sitting 65 miles one way. $49. I could do it. But then I got to drive the 65 miles back to where I just left. So the $49 is now cut in half to, what is that? $24.50. That's what I would have made in 1 hour. So for me, I don't think so. Yes, I could get other trips on the way to bring me back, possibly 65 miles. But I've gambled, I've tried it before, and it doesn't always work, because with these filters with Uber and Lyft, you might say, okay, I want to go to this place. You can just say, I want to go there, 100 miles away. And what they're going to do, if you don't say, I want to go 100 miles away, I want to be there in 2 hours, even if you put the timer, arrive by time, they're going to give you stuff out of the way. They might make you make a big loop and say, oh, it's going towards your destination. How is it that I'm going 20 miles west and you're wanting me to go 10 miles east to pick someone up, to take them another 5 miles east, and you're saying it's towards my destination? The algorithms are crazy, both on Uber and Lyft. Even in Boston, if I wanted to go from Boston to Providence, Rhode Island, and I set my Uber app or even my Lyft app, I say, okay, I'm leaving Boston, downtown Boston, Boston Commons at the park. I want to go to Providence, Rhode Island, because maybe I want to go hang out there. Maybe I want to go eat some good food, nice vegetarian restaurant there called Plant City in Providence, Rhode Island. I want to go there with my wife. I want to go along the river walk there in Providence. I want to hang out. So I set my destination from Boston Commons in downtown Boston. If you ever go to Boston Commons, beautiful park, free. Just have to pay parking on the street, feed the meter. But beautiful park. Hang out, springtime, the flowers are blooming, so good place to hang out. But anyway, when you set your destination filter on these apps like Uber and Lyft, sometimes they're going to take you out of the way and say it's going towards your destination. So I get frustrated. I don't accept those. If I'm having to go backwards when I told them I'm going west instead of east, why am I going to drive back east, and keep going east to drop the passenger off, pick up a passenger east of me, drop the passenger off east of me, and then make a circle to go back west. To me, it makes no sense, the algorithm. Even if you do arrive by time, they might do the same thing. I might be sitting in Boston Commons. They might want me to go, and I'm going to Providence, Rhode Island. They might want me to drive a little bit north of Boston Commons to Somerville, Massachusetts, and saying, oh, it's on the way. Pick the person up, Somerville, Massachusetts, to bring them to Boston Commons, which is 30 minutes out of my way, round trip. The algorithm is broken. And I hope I can do some more educational videos on this for you. I have some shorts, like I said, on the channel, just about trips that Uber and Lyft have sent me that were out of the way, the underpriced for my budget. Because that $49 that they're wanting to pay me for that 1 hour, one way, nah, I can make that in less than an hour many times. Especially if I multi-out. So, or when it's 1 hour away, it might be actually 2 hours from where you live. So you got to think about that. What time of day? How's the traffic? What time are you going to go back to where you came from, if that's where you live? Or you may go to an area where you're taking someone there, and thank God you get a trip going back towards your home. So sometimes the algorithm works that way. Sometimes my wife and I, we could be on the phone if we're both doing Uber and Lyft. We'll be just talking about a city. We'll mention a city. Say, Uber, send us here. Or we'll just mention a city multiple times. And I know they can hear through the phone. I believe they can. I believe they're watching, because it says in their terms of service or in the app, it says allow the location all the time. Allow them to use your camera. Allow them to use your microphone. So those things are not turned off. They can hear. They can understand. They're smarter than what we think. They're using AI to generate this stuff. So many times we just joke. This has been a couple years ago, and even now we just joke. Hey, send us here. We want to go to this town. Or give my wife a fare of $100 to go to this town. Or mention her name. Mention my wife. My name. My wife's name is Damaris. I'm Ronald. So we'll say, yeah, Uber, send Ronald to this town for this price. We'll just keep mentioning the town. And it's funny how sometimes we keep mentioning certain towns we want to go to, and we'll actually get a ride to that town at some point that day. Maybe not that day if we turn off the app. Maybe the next day. Oh, wow, okay. And even sometimes when I'm going to towns just to do business and my Uber app is off, I'm just going to one town to do some business. Next day or two, my wife and I, we both know that. We joke. We're like, yeah, we're here doing business in this town. We know already Uber is going to send us some requests to go to that town. Might be 60 miles away, 30 miles, 10, 15 miles away. It might be a town that is really slow that we don't like to work in because it's really slow, not enough business. So we like to stay in towns where going to be business, where we're going to stay busy. That's just what we like to do. For us, we can make the money, we can pay our bills, we can feed ourselves, our child, buy the things we need to do. If we want to go on vacation, we can do that. So maybe that's your experience, maybe not. I pray that you will be able to, even if you consider doing Uber and Lyft, maybe you're just a passenger. Maybe you don't know all the ins and outs, what goes on the side of the driver for these apps. Even if you do Uber Eats, you order Uber Eats or DoorDash or through food delivery apps, maybe you should download the app and try as a driver. So when you see driver protests, you hear a driver talking about, oh, I'm not getting that much money, oh, it was a no-tip order, oh, this. Maybe you are a person that actually tips your driver, or delivery person. But maybe that tip got stolen from the restaurant. Maybe the app-based company was quicker and they removed the tip. I've had people pay me in cash, extra. They'll say, hey, you're delivering this food for $10. Did you get the tip in the app? I'm like, let me check. So when you end it, like, oh yeah, I see you left a $5 tip or $10 tip. Okay, because I want to make sure you get the money. Otherwise, I'm going to pay you cash. I just like to be honest with them. ended like, yeah, I got a tip. This is the amount. They're like, okay, yeah, but I'll give you some extra money anyway, just for your time. So make sure you take care of your fellow citizens in your community, in your country, where you work, where you order from, where you live, because sometimes people from outside your town, they don't appreciate you as a driver, they don't appreciate you as a customer using their platform. So take care of those local people that are taking care of you, getting you where you need to go in your vehicle, getting you your food, your products like Walmart Spark. I deliver food for them. Some people might order through EBT or SNAP or one of these government agencies where they don't have the money to tip or they don't have the option to tip. But some people have the option to tip. So take care of the person that's spinning their gas, spinning their wheels, like our vehicles, both the tires. Put 2 brand new sets of tires on both of our vehicles. It cost about $1,200, almost $1,300 by the time we got the set of 4, got the alignment. So 4-wheel alignment, money well spent. Take care of your drivers, cell phones that we have. If you break one, got to go buy another one. Take care of your drivers. Make sure you do. Talk to them, your delivery people. Hey, I'm just curious. How much are you getting off of this delivery? It's like in Florida. They have a fight where they passed a law that the $2 burger you buy at McDonald's when you walk in is going to be the same price as when you order through the app. Because these companies sometimes they jack up the price. Why am I going to pay $4 for a hamburger on top of other fees when normally I pay $2? I don't eat hamburgers. I'm just using that as an example. Why am I going to spend $10 on that sub when I can walk in and get it for $7? Florida, Ron DeSantis, he passed a law. There may be other states that pass similar laws to where these companies can no longer jack up the price. The price that the restaurant charges is the price you're going to charge through the app. So, to me, they should not be doing that. I mean, you should just have your service fee period, pay your driver, and be done. Don't elevate the price just because you want to make profits. It is not right. You're not the owner of the restaurant. You're an app-based or technology company. They're not a transportation company. Uber and Lyft, DoorDash, they're a technology company. So that's why many times they get by with a lot of things that a normal person like me, if I were to be a transportation company, I don't have to have so many permits, so much insurance, so much this or that just to meet state criteria. But since they're an app-based company or technology company, they use that to get through many of the loopholes. And I just posted a clip about that earlier today, how they try to get legislation to help them out, or how they try to bypass the legislation because they are a technology company. They're not a transportation company. They are a technology company. It's also something that we're looking at doing. My wife and I have a couple business ideas that we're looking at doing, because at any moment, Uber and Lyft, DoorDash, these app-based technology companies can just say, oh, your app no longer works. Terminating your app. You no longer have access to our platform. And in that case, they may take your money. Take all your money. The money you have in hold, you might not get that money either. So just somebody said something or they reported something as not arrived when it does. Because when I'm out on a delivery, what I like to do is send the people, especially through DoorDash, hey, picked up your order, or be there soon. When I get there, hey, I arrived. Even Spark, do the same. Hey, sorry for the delay, is what they have, a pre-typed message. Hey, sorry for the delay, but I'll be there soon with your order. When I get there, I like to say, hey, I arrived, like right now. Which building are we looking at here? Okay, building 309. So I'm hoping and praying that you will have a great day. I'm going to get ready to end this stream here in just a moment. I'm going to look for this building 309. Okay, guys. Let's see that one. Okay, really? Some of these orders are crazy because my wife and I were joking one. Okay. We were joking one day how people don't pick up their orders from 2064. What is 2062? That's a little weird. It's on this front side. Okay, that is interesting. But anyway, I'm hoping y'all have a blessed day out there. That God will bless you as you go and gig it, and that you will have a great day. Get the knowledge that you need to be successful. These gig apps. Okay, where is this building at, guys? Let's see the one. Oh, where is the other one? This is very interesting. Maybe they have it hidden. But anyway, I'm gonna make this drop off. You all be blessed, highly favored. As you go and gig it, like I say, my channel is based. Have the spiritual aspect to my channel, and that's my wife calling. So I'm gonna end this stream, and you all be blessed today.